ESPN.com. Ceiling and floor for the Browns. They see the ceiling is 12-5. The floor is 8-9. Biggest variables. Mayfield-Beckham connection impacts the ceiling. Whether the defense can gel determines the floor. I think they have it flipped, but that's okay. I think the most important thing is how well that defense comes together.
Yeah, I think that's vital to how good this team can be. I would actually disagree that their ceiling is 12-5. I think that's actually been a fairly popular prediction. That was ultimately my prediction that I turned in. I think their ceiling is honestly contending for that number one seed in the AFC. If we're talking how good this football team can be, especially if they go out and beat Kansas City week 1, that just sets everything up for you to maybe make a run and be the best team in the AFC. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they're going to get to 14-3 or even 15-2, but I do think, again, because of what we just said about this roster, and if Baker Mayfield does kind of become that guy, you do have to start talking about this team as maybe being a number one seed.
Yeah, and I'd agree. I was with you when I went through it. I kind of 12-5 I thought was legitimate, and you could talk me into 13 or 14 wins. I think the only one that, and I'm saying Kansas City is a tough one to win. I'm saying Green Bay on Christmas night is going to be a tough one to win. I think they split with the Ravens. They may take 2 because they got the bye week in between. And really, the Patriots are going to be better. Other than that, there's nothing in that schedule that I'm going, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's some potential speed bumps, the ones you mentioned. I think that game in LA against the Chargers could be tough if they live up to the potential they could have. But you don't look at any game and say there's no way the Browns win this game. Even that week 1 game against the Chiefs, even that Christmas Day game against the Packers. You don't look at any of those games and say, I just don't see a scenario where the Browns win this game. I think you can talk yourself into winning any game on this schedule. I'm kind of with you. I'm in agreement with you on a lot of those games, splitting with the Ravens. You lose to the Chiefs week 1. I don't have to go through it all like you did, but because you already did. But that's sort of how I came to that 12-5 number is I just think, this team doesn't have a game in front of them that you're just petrified of. They're that a roster.